once in a while, giving a little of a soul every day.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Dixie Garage. Time's finally come. We're back on the Sportster full time. It's a 1980 Ironhead Sportster. He found it in the garage. It was in bad shape, got it running. You know, it ran okay, but pretty rough, but it was rideable still. And the paint was hideous on it, man. It was like a Spider-Man looking bike. So we're gonna strip it all the way down to bare metal, and I'm gonna show y'all really how that is supposed to go and why we're doing that. And yeah, it's been painted a few times, and it's got a dent in the tank, a small one. It's not a big dent, but got a little bit of body work to fix. We're gonna load it up on primer, and should be on the next video. We'll be actually painting. Today, the goal is to get it in prime and get some body work done. So last year, my wife and I put this bike in a satin black paint job just to kind of make it not look quite so bad. But as you can see, the blue and red paint that was originally there, and I just scuffed that up when I did this last year. That's why we're stripping it down. It wasn't prepped right. So this separated, and that's not good at all. So we're gonna strip it all the way down to bare metal. There's the dent we gotta fix. And you have to use a self-etching primer when you strip it down to bare metal. You can't just use regular filler primer. You have to put the self-etching down first. So before I start on that, let's get us a little fuego going, because it's 40 out here and I think we're at the high for the day. So I'm gonna get this started. All right, we got the fuel drained out. Just got to get this petcock valve off of there, and the tank risers, all that, the rubber grommets. That's all got to come off, and then I'll get started on stripping the paint. I'm gonna peel it away as much as it'll let me, and then I have some aircraft remover for the spots that want to be stubborn. But we got to get this one all the way down to bare metal. You see it eating through the old stuff. It's doing its job. It's just a really slow process. But I don't like to go after stuff with, say, 80 grit if I don't have to, especially something this rounded, because if you end up with these little flat edges, even if they're small, it's gonna show when the sun hits that fresh paint. So while that's doing its job, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the back fender. So I wanted to show y'all that you can see this surface here has never been actually scuffed. Whoever owned this bike before bought a tank. It doesn't look like it ever really got actual primer on it. It just got this on there, and because that's silver. So you have a silver, a red, and a blue. Now I don't see any primer, and you can tell it's never been sanded. So that would be why the paint was flaking up all around here. So now you can see how the surface looks. Everything has these little lines all over the place, a good scuff on it from running the orbital sander. So now everything's scuffed up like it should be and ready for prime. Now remember, we got to use a self-etching primer. You can't just put any old fillable, sandable primer on there when you're on bare metal. It has to be an etching primer. We have this one dent we got to fix. That'll be after we get a little primer on there. And yeah, it should be ready for paint either Monday or Tuesday. Got the fenders already primed. It was easy, you know, it was in great shape. So it's just here. Self-etching primer on there. I'm gonna put the filler primer on there. Just put that first coat of self-etch, and after that, you can use filler for the rest of it. Put 2 or 3 coats, then we'll do the body work, and then we'll probably put another 2 or 3 coats. For those of y'all that haven't watched my videos, there's no such thing as too much primer. Bury that shit, because you're gonna block it out. Don't worry if you end up with runs or whatever. Use as much primer as you feel like using, and then go ahead and use a little more. Prime the hell out of it. Build it up, because that's what fills all the little imperfections on the surface. The more primer, the better the surface is gonna look in the end. So go through it. That's gonna be it for this one, but we got the tank and the fender and primer. Just gotta fix this one little dent that's right here. It's a very small one. It's gonna get one wipe, and then we'll block everything, and then we'll end up priming it again. And that's it. Next one, we'll be painting it. It'll be Monday or Tuesday. Thank y'all for watching.